Hello everybody. I just want to talk to you about Clovelly, your club. We've had a problem with the subscriptions, as you all know. What happened was that we found by doing the budgeting that we were 2 to 3 million down on budget for the coming year, having made a profit in the year just ending now at the end of March. We then had to get a certificate out to you or a letter to everybody, and so we decided to adjust certain categories. It was wrongly done. It was done in a little bit of a rush, and we have redone it after your criticism, which was well-founded. Justified criticism is always welcome. We've made adjustments. We'll have to make up some of the money we've adjusted, but we'll find another way to make that money up during the year with some positive thinking. And I just would like you to know that we have also formed a subcommittee which is going to include outside the governing body. So we analyze bulk fees, non-bulk fees, and how we can really get the subs right and probably, hopefully, the best value in the Cape for club members. And we're going to talk about it in August at the AGM and try and finalize something for the coming year. So I just wanted to say we're prepared to apologize when we're wrong and look at getting it right, which is what we've done. And I just want you to understand that the real cause of this problem of being short of the funds was the virtual clubs, which have affected us very seriously. Our income from visitors has gone right down, not through lack of numbers, but through lack of income from what we used to, compared to what we used to get. And also that we kept the rates of subs down for 2 years to help you and the members in the difficult economic climate. We probably made a mistake, and that's why we were short in this coming budget. Now, the second point I want to discuss with you, and not to go into a long history, is what we've done. For 20 years now, since we rebuilt the clubhouse, we've been making a profit. 1 year only we didn't make a profit, where we used an outside caterer, we brought him inside, and we lost money, which was a lesson we should have learned, but we made a mistake. But we've had 19 years, and therefore the substantive nature of Clovelly is very sound. We've got a model that really works. Some of you have been querying that. The previous history, my father kept the club going for 20 years in building it up in the 20s and 30s. Or it was in the 20s, 30s he was planning it, the 30s and the 40s and the war years. And I kept it going from 60s to the 80s. And then we reconstructed the Clovelly. We put in a water scheme, which was fantastic. We redid the clubhouse. Everyone said, don't spend a penny on the clubhouse. And by redoing the clubhouse, members had pride in the club. And we've had these 20 wonderful, wonderful years. I also went to see Mr. Forster, as some of you know, and got Clovelly as the first non-racial club in South Africa. And then the best thing that's ever happened to Clovelly was last year, where they nominated the 50 best clubs, the most popular clubs, not just by rounds played, but also by the way people are treated, the courtesy and the warmth. And we are number 1 in the country. And some of you have intimated to me you didn't even know about this, and we sent that out to everybody. We had notices in the club. We were very proud of it, and I am particularly proud of it, and I hope you are too. I would like you to know that in your governing body, which some of you are criticizing, and I'm the president of the club, and when the club is criticized, I'm criticized. We put down 2 boreholes in advance of the fact that we may not have had water for March and for the club championships. We put it down. We didn't have the money, but we just did it. And Stephen said that saved the course. That's how your governing body behaves. We put down an academy and a practice range a few years ago, having to have a very difficult time and a very sensitive time with the bowlers and the tennis players and closing them down. That's what your governing body has done. And the academy, because it was going to be much bigger than originally thought and was going to cost a lot of money to do a great job, my son John took it over with Peter Jones, and we run it as a family executive or family foundation business, with Clovelly getting all the joy and the benefit because it's the Clovelly's Academy. We've made cost savings in the club. We've saved 8 people on the course, because some of you are criticising that we're spending too much money. We've saved people in the clubhouse, we've saved people in the catering. We've looked at all aspects of expenses in case some of you think we don't know how to run a business. And I just want you to understand the past and the future. My third point, I want to discuss the future. We've got this 2020 scheme. It's 20 years ahead. We have had the vision to look at to try and give Clovelly a sound basis for 20 years. And we're going to debate this with you in August. I just want you to back the governing body, because the governing body is part of me. I'm the president of the club and the governing body. We're doing all those things that I've mentioned. When we need constructive criticism, we accept it and do something about it. But I want to stop the unnecessary criticism. I found people writing to me and writing to the company saying, we think that Jeremy has done some wrong things. Jeremy has been 20 years with us, made a profit every single year except for the one, which I explained. We've got a new manager coming in, John Spiker, who's been one of our best captains. We analysed whether we should go outside for a big MBA graduate or a business leader or back somebody like John, and we think John is going to be superb, and it was my decision with the chairmans to do it, and we haven't made many mistakes. We've had Jeremy for 20 years, and we've also had David Erdendahl that John and I found about 35 years ago. So I want all this unnecessary criticism to stop. Let's back our staff. They are so loyal. They are so wonderful, wonderful people, and they're taking this very personally, and you're spoiling the morale of the club by this consistent criticism and unjustified. When it's justified, we listen, as we've shown. What's really hurt me is the lack of appreciation for what I and the governing body have done. I'm 81 years old. Do you think I need to spend 4 nights, the last 4 nights, 2 meetings at Clovelly, on the phone to various members for the whole of Wednesday and Thursday night? Do you think I need that in my life at the moment? And having done all the things for Clovelly that I and my father have done, and this 2020 plan for 20 years ahead, to take this continual criticism, and I don't mean constructive criticism. I've really had enough of it. But I want to see the brotherhood of sport, which is our motto, fraternitas ludorum. Let that live, that we live together. We're brothers and sisters in this club. Let's stop the negative. When there's something wrong, we handle it as we've shown. And for goodness sake, please back Clovelly. Back me. If you want me, back the governing body. And if you don't want them, you can always re-elect people. But please, let's stop the chipping away at what is really great. We're the greatest club in South Africa. We're not sitting complacently back doing nothing. And I just want you to understand that if you can't stop that and you want to leave, then leave. I'll be very unhappy if 20 or 30 or 40 or 50 people left. But we're not prepared to run Clovelly, and I'm certainly not prepared to stay in my present role if we're going to have this negative attack on us and not the constructive attack which we're prepared to listen. Thank you very much.